Welcome back, everyone, to Business Talk, the show where we dive into the industries that keep our world moving. I'm your host, DDA, and in today's episode, I'll be speaking with Omayra. She's the owner of
Rooted Body Wellness.
Okay, there you go. All right, so with that being said, in each episode, listeners, our guests share practical tips and valuable advice that can help you navigate and stay ahead in your journey. If you're enjoying this content and want to learn more, make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Stick around until the end because Omayra will be sharing a powerful story about a customer whose experience truly highlights the impact of her services. So with that being said, Omayra, take it away. If you could kind of share with our listeners a little bit about your background.
Well, my background, I started off as a massage therapist. I graduated in 2014 and obtained my license to practice in the state of Florida shortly after. After working with various spas and chiropractic clinics, I took my experience and went into business for myself. And I focus on the holistic side of massage. People come to me for pain relief, but I like to get to the root of what's causing the pain relief. And that later led me to becoming an esthetician, where I work on therapeutic skincare. And with therapeutic skincare, I'm able to create a more holistic practice where I can help clients be healthy from the inside out.
I love that. You know, when most people think of massage as a way to relax, right?
That's correct.
But what are some surprising health benefits that people might not know about when it comes to massage therapy?
Well, beyond relaxation, it improves mobility, it reduces scar tissue, it supports an injury recovery, and it helps with chronic pain conditions. And beyond that, it also helps with emotional issues because parasympathetic response helps my clients bring to the surface some underlying issues that maybe they were not even aware that they were dealing with.
And that's interesting how you said that. They might not even be aware that they're dealing with, but those chronic conditions over time, I'm sure, led up to where they're at now to have you help them, correct?
Absolutely. And then coming to visit me helped them uncover that.
What is one myth that you wish you could overcome that people are set in their mind about massage therapy? Is there anything that kind of stands out?
Well, there are a lot of myths, but the most common one, as we're addressing health and wellness, is that massage flushes toxins. That's just a claim. What your body's already naturally equipped to do that through your liver and kidneys. Massage, however, can help circulation, lymphatic flow, and it supports your body overall.
That's well said. So with that being said, for someone who's never had a professional massage, what should they expect and how can they get the most out of having a massage?
Well, I would tell my clients, if it's their first visit, to come in with an open mind, to let go of any misconceptions they may have learned about massage. And along with that, I would also encourage them to schedule a time in which they can spare it without rushing, because if a client comes here and they have a tight schedule, then they're not going to be able to enjoy the massage as they would want to. So they would get the most out of it if they come in with an open mind and if they don't rush anything.
I like that, open mind. You know, in every industry, right, we have these preconceived notions of what that industry entails, even though we're not the expert. And have an open mind is really something that is more powerful for them in terms of going through the process, already thinking that they know what they're going to get. I like that a lot. Are there any type of warning signs that your body might be begging for therapeutic massage? Anything that you hear from your customers as they come in?
Most clients, the warning sign is not always pain or tension. It's usually mind fog, being mentally overwhelmed with whatever they're dealing with in their personal life, and they're struggling. They just feel stuck. They just can't move forward. That's already a warning sign that they need to come in for a massage, because if they dedicate at least an hour of their day to that self care while they're relaxed, that's when they can get that mental clarity they need before that stress manifests physically into pain.
So self-care, trying to eliminate or kind of reduce the stress, the day-to-day stress that they experience on a regular basis, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, awesome. You also have services that involve skincare, and I want to kind of highlight or just talk a little bit about skincare. What's one common mistake you see people make every day when it comes to skincare?
Well, the most common mistake is not applying sunscreen, especially assuming that just because it's cool weather doesn't mean that they're not going to get sunburned. Even if the day is slightly overcast, when you're out and about, you're still exposed to the sun. So make sure that you apply proper skincare specific to your body, because the SPF needs for the face are different from the body.
Interesting. And skincare is so important, especially in the warmer climates, like we're in. The Is there an ingredient or a treatment that actually is worth the hype? Something that people should kind of be using or be cautious of when they're looking for that a product?
I found that even though it's been underrated, vitamin B3 is very versatile. It helps with redness, texture, pores, and strengthens the skin barrier without irritation. It's great for pretty much everyone, because in products like retinol, some skin types are highly sensitive to it. So I would say B vitamins like B3 would be a great product if you have any sensitivities to anything else.
Great advice. And how can stress and sleep, your lifestyle choices, how can that affect your skin?
Well, let's just say that it's no coincidence that stressed is dessert spelled backwards.
Oh, wow.
So if there are habits that you practice while under stress could affect your skin. If when we're stressed, our diet tends to not be the greatest. So be self-aware. As you're self-aware, you'll have healthier habits that are going to manifest into looking better.
Great advice. So let's do this. Can you share a story for our listeners of someone? I'll mention no names, but someone that kind of really was like, wow. And I know you probably have a whole bunch of them. But one that really sticks out.
Doesn't matter whether it's massage or skincare.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I'm going to share a story about a massage client. I had a regular massage client come to me, and during her massage, I was working on her feet. One thing about my massage is that my foot massage has reflexology implemented into it. When I hit a point that was associated with her gallbladder, she felt some significant pain. And mind you, it's out of my scope of practice to diagnose any condition. However, I was able to confirm that uh, that trigger with that specific point may imply that she may have an issue in her gallbladder that may need to be addressed to a specialist. So, in a routine visit with her primary physician, her condition was confirmed and she was able to treat it, and she thanked me for it.
And how did that make you feel?
I was pleasantly surprised. I say it made me feel more motivated in my pursuit and in my career.
I love that. That is so awesome because you did something to help someone, right? And that's the best feeling ever. Well, Omayra, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak with our listeners, to engage about your services and what you do, and actually have a very educational type conversation um, about skin care, skin treatment, and massage therapy. With that being said, can you provide our listeners a way to get a hold of you, website, phone number?
Well, you can text my business line at 407-501-7591. You can check out my website where you can book online at rootedbodywellness.com.
Well, thank you so much for taking time again to be able to, share with our listeners about, your services and what you offer. And hopefully we can have you back again in the near future.
I will look forward to it. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your podcast.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to First Media Consulting Podcast. If you enjoyed the podcast, subscribe today. To nominate a business you would like to recommend to be on our show, go to firstmediaconsulting.com or call. Thank you for listening.